The rotor wash was still screaming when my phone vibrated against my thigh. Encrypted line. Wrong time. Wrong place. I ignored it once. It rang again. My CO's eyes flicked toward me. Just a glance. He knew. Bad news always finds you when you're pretending not to exist. I lifted the phone inside my helmet. Hello? The voice on the other end wasn't military. It was calm. Too calm. This is St. Mary's Emergency Department. Are you the legal guardian of... I stopped walking. The night swallowed the desert lights, as if someone had turned the world down to black. We're treating your daughter for 3 broken ribs and a concussion. Sound drained out of my ears. The chopper blurred. The men blurred. Time stretched thin and sharp like wire. I need you to stay on the line, the nurse continued. Still professional, understanding nothing. She's asking for you. A pause. Then I heard it. Small. Shaking. Trying not to cry because she knew crying made things worse. Dad? A breath hitched. Mom's new boyfriend did this. My fingers tightened until the phone creaked. She said if I didn't lick his shoes. He said I was ungrateful. The world didn't explode. It went silent. Controlled. Cold. Precise. My CO took the phone from my hand without asking. He listened. Once, then he looked at me like a man watching a fuse burn down. Your mission is scrubbed, he said. No emotion, just fact. He handed the phone back. The Black Hawk is yours. I didn't thank him. I didn't speak. I walked toward the aircraft like nothing had changed. Inside my head, everything had. I didn't rage on the flight home. Rage is sloppy. Rage makes mistakes. I replayed details instead. The boyfriend. New. Too fast. Too charming. The way my ex had rushed the introduction. The way she'd said, he's good with kids. The way my daughter had gone quiet the last few weeks. I hadn't missed it. I had filed it away. Like everything else, the hawk cut through the clouds while I built a timeline. Texts. Dates. Bank statements. The way my ex stopped asking for child support 3 months ago. Someone else had been paying. Someone else had been feeding. Someone else had been trusted. By the time the landing lights hit the city, I wasn't angry. I was focused. Because whoever thought they could touch my child and hide behind her mother's smile didn't understand what kind of man I was when I stopped pretending to be human. I didn't go to the hospital first. I knew better. Hospitals are loud, emotional, full of witnesses who mistake restraint for weakness. Instead, I went to the house. The one I'd paid for. The one that smelled wrong now. I didn't kick the door in. I used my key. The boyfriend was asleep on the couch, shoes by the door. Still dirty, still smug. A man who thought proximity to power made him powerful. My ex stood in the kitchen when she heard me. She froze. Not fear, guilt. That told me everything. I didn't look at him. I looked at her. How long? I asked. She swallowed. It's not what you think. That was confirmation, not denial. I walked past her and sat at the table. Calm, measured. Like a debrief. I already pulled his record, I said quietly. 2 sealed assault charges, 1 restraining order. Different state. Different name. Her face collapsed. I checked your phone backup, I continued. You deleted the messages, but deletions leave fingerprints. She started crying. I didn't stop. And the money, I said. The sudden freedom. That wasn't love. That was leverage. The boyfriend stirred. I finally looked at him. He smiled. Lazy. Confident. A man who had never met consequences that stayed. I slid a folder across the table. Child Protective Services intake forms. Police reports. Hospital photos. A notarized affidavit from my daughter. I sent copies, I said. To your employer. Your parole officer. Your ex-wife. His smile evaporated. My ex dropped to her knees. Please, she whispered. I didn't know he'd... You knew, I said. You just decided it wasn't about you. I stood. The boyfriend tried to speak. I held up one finger. If you move, I said calmly, this stops being paperwork. He didn't move. Smartest thing he'd done all night. I went to the hospital after. My daughter was asleep, bruised, breathing. I sat beside her bed and didn't touch her until she reached for me. I stayed until morning. By noon, my ex had lost custody. By evening, the boyfriend was in handcuffs, screaming that it wasn't fair. It never is. I didn't watch him go. I don't need to see things end to know they're over. Weeks later, the house was empty. I sold it, changed numbers, changed routines. Some damage doesn't heal. It just teaches you where not to stand again. I still run missions, but now, when my phone rings, I answer. Because the debt was paid. Not with rage, not with blood, but with truth. And that lasts longer